Good afternoon, friends. I'm Nancy Thompson, and very late today. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Skaneateles, New York, and it's time for some creative ink. It's time for you to feel inspired, time for us to create a beautiful project, and time for me to fix my camera here a little bit too. As you know, I'm running late, and time for you to share all those beautiful creations with others, because we want to bring joy with those cards to others. So let me just zoom in a little bit more on my desktop, and then I think we will be golden. So if you're joining in, say hello. Let me know where you're from, joining in, and also if you're new to my channel, because I want to welcome you. Okay, all right, I think we are golden here today. Busy day, been a busy week, really busy week. Lots of classes, team meeting, stamp club, classes for the next 2 days. It's my crafters tea, and we're gonna have so much fun doing that, enjoying some community, and we're having a fabulous lunch. So yeah, so it's been busy. So I've been like this morning cleaning up the classroom because it was a disaster, but it's going to look extra special tomorrow for tomorrow's tea. All right, so let's get going. If you're joining in, just say hello and let me know where you're from. And I switched gears. I said I was going to showcase some kits today, but we're going to do a Halloween card. I did this card with my stamp club on Tuesday. Yes, today's Wednesday. That was yesterday. And so I thought I would share this simple and easy card. You don't even need a stamp set. All you need is this fabulous paper here, this Spooky Sweet paper. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Yes, Spooky Sweet designer paper. You can find it, is it in the mini catalog or online? You know, I didn't label that, so if you don't find it in the mini, it's in the online catalog. I think it's in the online catalog. Let's just look in the index here, because there is an index. Designer paper. Nope, I'm not seeing it, so it must be online exclusives. Okay, and yes, it's online exclusives. And there's a it's not a scrapbooking, but there's a sticker sheet to go with it, and I think that's it. There's got to be a stamp set in there too. There's got to be a stamp set to go with that. Yes, maybe the beautiful pumpkins. I'm not quite sure, because I just don't do a lot of Halloween, and I thought we can make some cards just using this designer paper, some simple and easy cards. So hi Joan, welcome, glad you're here. All right, let's get to my desktop. All right, and let's check out this designer paper. Hopefully I did not zoom in too far. Let's zoom back out here. I'm going the wrong way. Let's see. There we go. Hopefully we can see it all. Let's just go a tad more. There we go. Okay, so this is the designer paper. You're going to get 2 sheets of these die cuts. They punch out very, very easily. And let's see, we did 7, 8, 9. We made 9 cards out of 1 sheet so far. And this is what I still have left. So you can easily make another 9 plus. I was just kind of using these, you know, like one of the images as a focal point. So 9, and I've got 2 more over here as well. Okay, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You can, I think, make at least 15 cards out of one of these die cut sheets, okay? So I think you could potentially make 30 cards, okay? Or you can over embellish and have a lot more. Add a lot more images to your card if you don't need so many, okay? All right, let's look at the rest of this paper because it's adorable. Now this one you could set aside and maybe do some fussy cutting too, because the images are so cute. We've got the flamingo and a bat and a little bear, probably a pig. That's a pig. So just really cute little images. And here's the flip side, a nice orange. That could be a generic orange, you know, pattern if you need that. These could easily be added on as well, or make some tags or embellish your card in some way. All right, I didn't incorporate them. And then there's a nice gray background on here, which is neat. All right, we already looked at that one. And then we got these spooky windows here. And here's the flip side of that. It's, I think it's pumpkin pie that's in this suite. We already looked at that one. And then there's this one. This could easily, you could cut into some cards as well. All right. Or it could also go on a scrapbook page. So, I mean, even this could be like on a card front, you know, with some of those other images. So, okay, let's look. This is my favorite right here, this Petunia Pop. So this is what I got left so far. And I'm going to share with you a simple design. And then I love this one. Who doesn't love all those sweet little candies for Halloween, right? And then there's the flip side of this one, okay? All right, there's our designer paper. So what are we going to make, Nancy? We are going to start with a thick basic white card base. And I definitely misscored this one. So we're going to need to burnish this fold here. So let's go ahead and do that. So we got a 4 1/4 by 11 inches for our card base. Okay. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Kathy got to make one of these yesterday. And then this here is 3 5/8 wide by 4 1/4. And then this would be 3. Does that make sense? I feel like it should be more. Let's see. So this is, yeah, 3 5/8. And then this is 3 7/8 by, oh my goodness, I can't remember, by 5 1/8. Okay. So those are the pieces. And then we have 2 strips of the same design. And you could change it up, and you could have all 3 strips be different designs as well. So this is 1 inch wide by 4 3/4, and this is just going to go right, I think it's 4 3/4. I should have wrote down, yes, 4 3/4. So this has got to be more. So this is 4 7/8. The basic white is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to, so these are going to go on either side, all right? And then our middle strip is going to be 1 1/4 inches wide by 4 3/4. Okay, so we're going to simply, so easy. This could be a classic design from wherever. Hi, Susan, welcome. So let's grab some liquid glue here. And we should wipe this off, but it's always wet, and I don't want to get glue all over my fingers. Okay, so there's just going to be a little hint on the outer edge, okay? I like to start with the outer edge, and it's just going to have a little hint of that basic white, okay? See how tiny the little hint is? And then we're going to add this and the other one. And as I said, you could do opposites, or, you know, do coordinating ones, but I don't know, I kind of like these two to be the same. So I'm going to just do the same over on this side. And my widths in between are going to be a lot wider, but that doesn't bother me. I just couldn't do the math to make them still have a little bit of space in there. It just wasn't working out. I didn't want to have to worry about 1/16 of an inch, which is what it would have needed in order to do that. So let's do this. So we are having a fabulous autumn day. I'm not going to say fall because it's still kind of summer, right? Okay, look at that. Isn't that just sweet? And we're going to put this on with some dimensionals, okay? So let's add some dimensionals in the corner. And this is going to go on our Daffodil Delight. There's some great colors in this card, in this paper. There's Granny Apple Green, the Petunia Pop, the Daffodil Delight. What else is there? I think it's Pumpkin. I don't think it's Timid Tiger. Let's just look at what it says. Yep, Pumpkin Pie. So I was right. All right, we're going to just center this onto here. There we go. All right, so we've got a nice border all the way around. And then we can put this, you know what? I'm going to wait because sometimes it's good to wait because this is going to cover up our card front. And so if you made a boo-boo in stamping, so let's just go and stamp our greeting. And full disclosure, I pulled out some retired Halloween stamps, okay? Anybody remember these? And wood block too, because I didn't buy a Halloween set. But there are words in the current Halloween set, so you can always grab some from there. Hi, Betty, welcome. So we're gonna stamp Happy Halloween on the inside. And we are using Secrecy. It's my new favorite color to use. I love using Secrecy. Okay, I'm gonna just make sure this is all inked up well. And let's just get this right. I'm gonna give it a minute because it's pretty solid stamp. Voila, that came out perfect. Look at that, beautiful. I love it. All right, so we can go and, well, while we have that green out, or the Secrecy, let's stamp our greeting, okay? I have a 3/8 inch strip of Granny Apple Green. We're gonna stamp the Trick or Treat. And I don't know what stamp or what sets these came out of. Well, let's see, do I like that? Let's try it one more time. I think I need to move it around. It was straight, but it wasn't in the middle. Okay, that'll be good enough. All right, now let's close up this ink before we have a catastrophe. Right? All right, let's add this onto our card base. And go from there. Let's do this. All right. See how quick this is coming together? And I've already, this is a circle from the Stylish Shapes, and then I embossed it with that Forever Plaid. I think that's what it is. Oh, I'm yawning. I don't think I got quite enough sleep last night. Definitely need more tonight. All right, well, we're gonna just put our embossing so it looks straight. Okay, so I chose this hippo. So we're gonna just kind of lay out what we're gonna do. And I also punched out some candy corns. So I think, did I punch out 3 or 2? Just 2. What else do we want? Wanted to grab these die cuts. Let's see. There's an extra broom there. I don't know what to do with that. Let's do another single, I guess. I'm gonna do another single candy corn and maybe put another one over here. Maybe we'll put like 2 there and then 1 over here. Or we need to put our words. Let's figure out where our words are going to go. We're going to just simply angle this and figure out our words first. So the hippo's looking that way to the left. So let's get our words like here. Okay. I think that'll look good. And then just have some of these candy corns kind of cascading down, right? Maybe all 3 of them. Okay, I think I like that look. So let's add some dimensionals here to our fella. And let's use up some of these edges here. Okay, so tell me in the comments, if you send out Halloween cards, it could be just a fun card for like a birthday too. I've got several of my friends who have their birthdays right around Halloween, so it could be a great card for them as well. But I already stamped Halloween in it, so they're not going to get one, but there we go. But you could easily change it, and we'll have fun with some of my samples in a second, okay? So let's add some dimensionals here, so this hippo doesn't go anywhere. Get him lifted up off the page here a little bit. There we go. Okay, hi Pat. Oh, I can imagine. Beautiful day. And thank you. And hi Charlotte, welcome. Okay, let's get rid of these dimensional backings here. Oh, Joan, you send them? Awesome. So have you done yours yet? It's, it's sneaking up on us. Let's see. Let's just pop this onto here. Here we go. And I think we're going to do the candy corn flat. Yeah, let's just go with it flat. Okay. Oh, that's good. Yes, you've got those grands now, Pat. Definitely. That's a fun time. All right, let's do this. So, okay. All right, I love it. Look at that. Isn't that cute? All right, let's clean up this mess a little bit. And we are going to, let's embellish the inside of our card here a little bit. Let's add a little strip of designer paper here. Okay. And yes, my team and I, we have been working ferociously on getting ready for our October 4th retreat. And if you still would like a to-go kit, we still have some kits that we could make into to-go, so you can do it at your own home. There's a PDF that goes along with it, and there's a link for a form in my newsletter. So if you're not a subscriber to my newsletter, make sure to go to createwithnancy.com and hit that subscribe button. Okay, so I don't know. I think we're going to go with Granny Apple for a strip here. Let's just be a little different. So that's where you're going to find, if you subscribe to my newsletter, that's where you find all the PDFs that I do with my lives. And I think I'm going to make this into a sketch card, okay? This is like a perfect one to have for a sketch. All right. Oh, Joan, that is so nice that you make them for the VA hospital. I love it. Oh, I wish I had time to do some more stuff like that. Occasionally I do, but not too often. I'm always on the struggle bus. All right, so let's add some embellishments. I think these are still current. These are, because I got to start labeling what catalog they come out of. These are low profile sparkle dots. So I'm thinking they're current, but I can't say for certain. So these go great. These Daffodil Delights, that's kind of like an old olive, I believe. They don't tell the colors on it, but even that would go great. But I personally love the yellow. These are a little bit harder because they're so glossy to pick up with your, let's see, where do I go? I got to think here for a minute. With your take your pick tool. So I like to just use my scissor tips. Let's see, let's just go there, and then let's do a little wider one. Let's just go down here. All right, there you have it. Wasn't that oh, let's add some ribbon. So I've got this Darling Duckling, which is fairly close to Daffodil Delight, or we have this Petunia Pop shimmer ribbon. So I got to just figure out, where would I put it? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't need any ribbon. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Should I add some ribbon or not? In the meantime, let me share with you my other samples. And then we're going to also do another card, okay? Are you up for another card? All right. Because there's a fabulous new kit collection. That's what I was really going to highlight today, but I couldn't let this Halloween card go on by. All right, we'll do that later. You don't need to see me struggle with that. But let's do the envelope flap really quick. And then maybe by then, someone will have said a ribbon choice. And where should I put it? All right, so let's do this. Sometimes you just need help figuring it out. Let's add that on there. And let's give it a little trim here. All right. There we go. We have a beautiful, quick, and simple card right there, okay? All right, so nobody has any, so we're gonna just leave it, I think. I think we'll leave it without any ribbon. Okay, let's look at the other samples. So here's the cauldron and the broom. So I put the ribbon there. And then we have, and I did my envelopes all the same, okay? So there, whoops, let's go back here. And then we have, I don't know, I guess she's a bear, the little fairy princess bear, I guess, a princess. So in this one I used the Petunia Pop ribbon. And then have you noticed, so I kind of just kept the same color schemes. I love the yellow, it kind of helps the Petunia pop a little bit. And then we have the brew here, all right, the witch's brew, and a little bat that we elevated there as well. And then the inside are all done the same way. Okay, so those are my ideas. So just know that you don't need to have a stamp set. You can just work with the designer paper, okay? All right, so let's look at one of these kit collections, okay? I haven't put this together, so we're gonna open this up together, okay? I did pull out, I think I did pull out the directions. Here's the fabulous Road to Christmas kit. So if you love like the farmhouse truck, this is for you. This is a non-stamping kit. It's a great one to do with kids, great one to do with an elderly adult, or to take with you on the go. So many different uses for this kit. And everything's in here that you need, okay? So let's rip into this, okay? Let's see. And so look at these fabulous envelopes. They're all the same. It's got that farmhouse plaid look to it. And then the front are these trees, okay? So it looks like a, whatchamacallit? Oh, you know what? Okay. Let's see. I'm going to just move that back just a little bit more. Okay, so we have all the words are here. So you would just go through, yeah, where are they? Joyous Noel, joyous, okay. Here it is, Joyful Christmas Wishes. So there's 2 designs and for each of 2 designs. That would be the way to say it, Nancy. But let's just pop out one because we're just going to make the 2 cards, okay? And we've got Sending Loads of Christmas Cheer and what's the other one? Joyful Christmas Wishes. And you got to be paying attention when you're looking at the card bases because they are so similar in color. All right, so what I love, so there's our 2 greetings, okay? Here's our 2 card bases. Has anybody seen this kit yet? Have you made it? And let's pop out a truck, the 2 different style trucks. Okay. And we have some background pieces here. All right. I feel like there's something missing. There is. Where are they? There's some dogs in this, and a few other things and some trees. So they must be within the card bases. So let's check out this. Yep, there they are. Presents. Okay, so here's a present. And you don't have to use a dog. The samples don't show a dog in one of the trucks. This one doesn't show a dog in here, but it does over here. So you can decide if you want to have a dog in there or not, okay? All right, so we've got that. And let's look at our directions. So what I love about this, Stampin' Up! Has done a really good job. They've gotten better. So it first breaks down the supplies for each card, okay? So there's 2 cards. So it's telling you you need a present, you need a dog, and you need a tree for the light card base, all right? And it also uses this design right here. And it uses this truck. So we got a present, a dog, and a tree, okay? So that's that card, and it uses this greeting. And then this one, we're going to use these trees, that truck, the joyful Christmas wishes, it's telling me more, and another tree. So there's going to be some extra pieces unless you so happen to use them all. Okay, you don't feel like you have to, but if you'd like to, it's all there. Okay, so let's start with this one. All right, so we have our pieces for both of them. It tells you need some tear tape, which is included. Okay, and your dimensionals are included as well. I like to use my own. Okay, so step number 1. It's going to tell us to take some tear tape. Let's fold our card base in half. And this is with, let's see. Oh yeah, it is the dark one. Okay, this is with the dark base. I had to look again. And we're simply going to take this, and if you want to use the tear tape, you can. But I'm going to just simply use some liquid glue on this, okay? Just a little bit, and it's telling me, it's showing me that to just simply center it onto the card front, okay? So here, they've got it numbered. Card base is number 1. Your step number 2 is to add some tear tape and adhere it to the card front. Now, step number 3 is to take our truck and add some dimensionals to it. But let me show you a little tip about the truck. So the truck has this little slit in it. Can you guys see that slit right there? That's where you're going to pop your presents in the back, so it looks like it's just riding along in the truck. Isn't that so cool? I love it. Okay, let's add just a hint of liquid glue there. I'm going to turn it back to the front to make sure it all looks great. All right. Here we go. And then we're going to add some dimensionals. It's telling me to take some dimensionals and add it to that as well. So let's grab our dimensionals here. Oops, we got one started. Let's finish up this. And I'm going to put some dimensionals like over where that seam is, okay? So I know that those groups of presents aren't going to fly out of the truck, okay? We wouldn't want that to happen because Christmas is coming soon. Hi Margaret, welcome. All right, so let's just do some die cutting here. Let's do this. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so we've got our truck, we've got our present in, and I'm going to take my backing off. I think I'm going to add one more dimensional right about there. So it kind of helps secure those box of presents in very well. Okay. Let's just put it, just kind of goes right below the tree line. There we go. And then it's telling us to, you know, I don't know, you don't have to use this. So this is going to be a bonus thing. It's telling us to add some dimensionals to this as well. So let's just add 3 like they recommend. Okay. And let's plop this down. There we go. All right, look at that. Simple and sweet, right? Easy peasy. Now you could decide if you wanted to kind of put the doggy like maybe there, or maybe the dog is like ride shotgun. That's too high. I think I like them right there. Yeah, let's put some, oh, there is one left. That's why I like these little skinny piece here. All right. And let's add a little liquid glue here, just so it secures the top. There we go. I think the dog makes it. All right, so what are you thinking of this kit? Let's get on to the second one, and then we're going to call it a wrap. This one's going to be, let's move on to the directions. We're going to just flip it down. It's telling us to, on this tree here, tree lot, we're going to just add some liquid glue. You could use the tear tape that's included in your kit if you want to. And let's just center this. There we go. And then it's telling us to fill our truck, right? 1, 2, 3. I guess it's telling us to also put dimensionals onto this. I'm going to use 4 though. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got that. And so this one has another slot as well. So I think you can like have your presents kind of angled out and also have your tree back here, right? Like we just picked it up. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. Let's just add a little bit of glue here. There we go. Give that a minute. And then let's add some dimensionals to this. That was kind of a cool concept. I like that. All right, let's let's add some dimensionals. Put some up here. So this kit is $14 before tax and shipping, so a decent value, and you get a total of 8 cards, so you can quickly whip off, you know, some Christmas cards. Let's do that, and one more down here. There we go. Okay, I think that looks good. Let's double check our truck. Yeah, that looks really sweet. Get rid of this and get this onto our card front. Okay. Alrighty. Let's do this. All right. I think we're just kind of, yeah, there we go. And then let's add our dog. Let's add the dog here. Let's see, we got one here, and I need another thing of dimensionals. Here we go. Let's do this. Oh, I don't want his head. I'm going to take the one off the top of his head. And just add a little bit of liquid glue there, because I don't want him like lifted up. All right. I like it. It's a quick, simple card. Where does the greeting go? It's got dimensionalized. Hopefully I have it in the right spot. Let's do this. Okay, so don't be afraid to check out our kit collections. You can order any of them in my online store right here at createwithnancy.com. You just simply click the Shop Now button and you look for the kit collection category. And there we go. Simple and easy. And while you're there, make sure you have subscribed to my newsletter, okay? All right, there should be, generally, there's usually a link as well for video. Yes, there is. Learn the state. You can use the QR code here that takes you to the Stampin' Up! Video to watch them put it together as well. So that's always a helpful thing. And this will show all the content stuff that you have in this kit. It does have your own dimensionals, but I choose not to use them. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed all these great ideas. We've covered Christmas. Last week it was fall. This week also some Halloween, right? So, and which, I think this one's my favorite for the Halloween right here. Let's go back. Let's get rid of this and let's go back here. There we go. Okay, everybody, I hope you have an awesome day, and thank you for joining me, and come back on Friday. Friday, we are going to do another kit because I've got a kit that I want to share with you that I think is kind of fabulous as well. All right. The red truck is always a favorite. Thank you, Margaret. So enjoy. If the weather is beautiful, get outside. I'm going to walk up to my mailbox and get my mail and finish my cleaning and prepping for tomorrow. All right. I think I got to go to the grocery store too. Yikes. I don't like going there. Anyway, so thanks so much for joining me, and I so appreciate you. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Thanks. Bye-bye.